biscuits.
Because we are fighting in a gentlemanly manner, because it is a gentlemanly time of warfare.
So.
Not like these people with assault rifles where you just mow down millions.
And so my head didn't start playing up again.
Now, if you need to take a break, just tell me and we'll take a pause. Right, so it's 1d6.
1d6.
Plus however many operational field commanders you have.
Yep. No, that's what you put. The initiative is. I was on a +1 and you was 1d6.
1d6 plus each one of your generals. So you've got plus 1, 2, 4. Yeah, I've got 3. You've got 4. And then we bid. Okay, I am ready and reveal. Oh, it's mine. Because I have 4 and you have 3. Cool. So I can't remember if I keep it or I continue it.
No, you've got it.
I keep it or I continue it. Okay, so let me just double check. So he is first. He is second because he's the Bavarian, and it was my cavalry division commander who's the plodder. Okay, so let me see now. I have 4 to dole out to my officers. And he generates, let me just make sure, clause in general converts each TP into 3 orders. Okay, him, so he gets 1 tempo, which he, as a plodder generate, turns into 3. As the Bavarians are the ones who are the main in the combat. Lands will receive 1 as well, which he turns into 4. I need him to keep moving his troops, and the remainder will just get chucked at the Bavarian Corps because he's in combat. So he needs this the most. Cool. Okay. So I've allocated my team. Well, I need to move my generals first, but I think my generals are in the right. No, my generals are in the right positions for the moment. Yes. Yeah, my generals are in the right positions for the moment, so I'm quite happy with that. I will move him to there. Backslapping. Okay, everyone's within 36.
That's the hardest thing about this.
It's forgetting about it, isn't it? Because it's the whole. Because then you cut it in half, don't you? Whatever you issue out. Okay, half these titles was more than 6 bayfoots or out of sight of the CNC, which no one is. Cool. So it is my. Oh no, sorry. It was my bombardment phase. However, I've got no one who can bombard because my guns are all covered, and the horse guns, which are these 2, can't shoot. So.
When's compulsory moves?
Compulsory moves is other moves. So things like, because they, for example, will move during other moves, I believe.
That's right, because they're running for it.
Because they just fit. So you, I would say you do them first because they have to do it. They just move, and then everyone else because they're under command.
Well, it's already firing time.
Yeah, so they are currently still standing because they're in a firefight. They've just completed their battle actions.
No.
Okay.
That's your unit.
That's all. That's my formations. Okay, so I'll start with these guys first. So it costs me 2 to rally a shaken, which gets my heavy cavalry brigade back in complete. Do I want to do? Oh no, that's part. Sorry, wait. No. Got to do it in the right order because it's attacks and stuff like that. Do I wish to initiate any more attacks? Second. My Bavarians are going to initiate. Yeah. I'm going to launch an attack by the front rank of the Bavarian Infantry Brigade against him on his own. should be within attack move.
Should do.
Yeah, he's just over, so but he's within firing range, so he should be able to do it. So that is my one attack. And no, because I need to go straight forward for at least 2 base whips, and so the infantry can't do it. So no, that is everything. That will be all of it, because everyone else needs to basically reconform. So that costs me 2 of my tempo points, or 2 of my orders for him, I should say. So my attack phase. Let me see, how does this... God, I bet it has been a while. I've literally forgotten how this all works. Do you have the rulebook on you? Or have I?
It's upstairs. I'll get it.
Yeah, get it. As I say, we kind of need that.
Why? I thought you could remember things.
I can't.
Okay.
It's just 1d6 for all of this, isn't it? It's 1d6 for pretty much everything.
That's
You just need dice for the orders or whatever. You need something to mark off your orders. Okay. And he tries to work it out. Okay, so I will have them 3 will motor forward to attack him, so it will basically be 1 and 2. Because that's a group of 3.
I will stand and shoot.
You will stand and fire. Okay. So we both roll a d6.
Okay, that's...
Good, yeah. Okay, so veterans, no, we are not.
Nope.
Elite, no. General base contact, no. Each shaken level, no.
Nope.
And raw troops. Because they were right with that rack of 3, I think. Yeah, they were the end of that rack of 3. Hang on, which brigade are you?
They are raw.
No, you're not my raw. Okay, so you -2. My guys are trained because the raw brigade is back here. If they got 1. So I was scribbling on, yeah, because I had to rewrite everybody. Okay. Supported by infantry. I am, so I get +1. Supported by artillery, no. Cavalry, no. Uphill of enemy, no. For each secure flank for you, you don't have any. What range do you intend to shoot me?
Short.
Short range, so close range, so it's -1, because you're going to let me get that close. Oh wait, you're going to, hang on, close range or point blank, so I will literally be in your face.
Which gives you the best modifier?
Close range, because point blank is a -3.
Oh, short range.
Okay. You are not behind any level obstacle or linear obstacles, and skirmish differential. My guys are skirmish 1 to your skirmish 2. So let me confirm whether that's a -2 or a plus to me, because I think that one I've read and it doesn't really seem to. And I'm not 100% sure which way up it goes. Plus or minus. Okay, that doesn't help. She said skirmish differential, plus or minus.
So you get probably the plus.
Yeah. Handy. Okay, yeah, we'll just go with. What were we doing last time?
I think, well, it's the first time where skirmish differential actually come into it. Because the last fight was the cavalry. No, in fact.
No, it came in on the last one because I think you. That's the one because I can't remember if you suffered a minus or I suffered or I got a plus.
I think you got a plus.
Okay.
But it doesn't matter. It's going to be a difference, whatever.
Yeah. Okay. So you suffer. We'll go for the moment for you suffering a minus rather than me getting anything. Okay. So difference of our pointage. I have a 2. You have 0. Okay. So attacker wins by 2 plus. Defender is shaken, so you would take a shaken marker. But you may fire. You may volley fire into me. So, my men I'll say my men motor the rank of 3 motors
You
forward.
get to half.
We'll say we'll go halfway because that's where you wanted to fire on me. So d6 each, and this is your volley. Ew. Okay, right. You're not veteran.
No.
This is not the first time you fired.
No.
You don't have any artillery. You're not doing point blank. You have no supporting bases at long or close range. And defender supporting bases. I get a +1 because I've got at least 1 next to me. -1 to you because of your shaken level. And -1 again because you're raw. Long range doesn't affect. Okay, I have a grand total of 2.
1.
Okay, fires win by. It's not enough. I needed to. Okay, so fire has
You
an
get
effect.
in and don't cause any disruption.
Yeah, so you don't cause anything. Okay. So firing may now take place, which we've done. Following which, after defenders have fired, the side that has the higher number of shaken levels will fall back 1 base width. 1 second. No. So you fall back 1 base width.
Oh
That banks you straight into them.
no! He pushes me there.
You sure you're not just there? 'Cause
Well,
you'd be facing me as you
yeah.
go backwards.
but I'm not hitting the opposition.
No.
But the thing is, there's now half a brigade running.
Oh, we shall see. So, well, let me just see what I do then. Because I generally can't remember. So I believe I just stomp up. I'll just complete to where you were. Which was about there, was it? So they all stomp up. That's them. That's that. So that was my attacks. I believe. Now, my other moves. So this is where I rally that off. Leaving him on. So my cavalry's ready to go. I will move these guys because they are going to. Because that costs them 2 free to move each base. So it's 1, 2, 3. It's 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1. Or I can just do a reorg. In fact, I will get them to do a reorg, so it just costs them 2 for the whole group. So, he will reform. Everybody gets to move 2 bases. Reposition to there.
That's the way
To
to do
there.
it.
He moves to there. He moves to there. He moves to there. And the guns also actually get 2 base whips. So they will position to there. I still have 2 points. Do I want to move anyone else? Yes, I'm going to get. That's 1, that's 2. So the whole group. So this will get them moting as well. Formation 1 base of Y gives me 2 base whips. Right, that's his orders all used up. Okay. This is an order to bring them closer. Just up behind so they can follow the rest of their troops. Cost me 1. I'm going to order a redeploy to them. So he will reposition to there. That cost me 2 orders for that, and then the other 2 orders is to bring them into the position. They haven't fired. They've run away, so they haven't fired. And that's it. You've got nothing you could shoot at in that gap. I need to start shuffling the guys around a bit more. Okay, that is all of mine. So your bombardment phase, if you have any guns that can fire.
No.
Move your generals. Allocate your tempo points. If you want to move your generals.
Capable is converting 1 pip into 4, isn't it?
Capable into 4, yeah. I remember you got your jack dice over the other side as well.
These are the number of pips converting to that.
So yeah, so he gets 2 order pips essentially and he turns them into 4s. Probably the easiest way to do it, isn't it? Every pip is a dice. Pro tip, use dice, just...
There we go.
Cool, well done.
Okay.
Any attacks? Remembering that it costs you...
Double.
3.
3.
It's only 3, it's not double because that would be 4, it's free for you to launch an attack. Which does include shooting, so any shoots or any bayoneting.
Any shoot or bayoneting. Shoot cost me 3. Per base or per
group.
Per group.
If you do a single base, it's free. If you do a group of 3, it's free as well. So it's usually better, this is why I say, this is one of those games where it tries to encourage you to fire a brigade's worth of troops. If you're going to fight, you have a firefight with a brigade, not with a battalion. Your battalion is your manoeuvring unit, but your brigade is your, well, your brigade, your battalion and your regiment is your smallest unit, but your fighting unit is the brigade. You're flinging brigades at each other, not battalions, despite the fact that you have battalions. You just have a little bit more control over what the brigades are doing.
Range to rifles?
Range for musketry is a base whip, so 6 centimetres.
I don't think there's anything in range.
I think I'm just out for most of your troops. Because when I rejigged that brigade, I think I may have, I may have either moved out of range. Yeah. I will be honest, I could be doing the deploy move wrong, but it's, yeah. They'll be in range. They should be in range because they're just in shooting.
Yeah, they're still in square.
Yes, because they're still in square. But your the formation of the unit doesn't affect your fire.
Okay.
Because you're...
So I can do 3 units. No.
You can do 2. You can only shoot 5. You shoot as wide as your base and as far full and... Sorry, and as base as
that's one group.
That'll be one group.
And that'll be a second group.
Yes.
To that battalion.
Yeah, but he can only fire straight forward.
Yeah.
So if he can't catch anything, then he can't shoot anybody.
No.
No. So that's the thing, because that's where I want to say it is quite good and simple, because it basically goes, no, there's no shifting left and right. It's basically you volley to your front, you fire your cannons to the front.
Them 2 are going to shoot into your cavalry.
Okay.
And I will use your right hand unit as the target.
So he will fire on him, he will support his fire.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Because you're not engaging me, I get a supporting base, so it's fine.
Yeah, but the thing is...
You're trying to commit, you're trying to do some damage. Okay. So they pop away, but then they begin their pop, because it's attack moves first. Go on.
Do you want to know something?
Go on. They're your trained troops?
No.
They're your
veterans. They are trained. There should be 3 of them. No.
3, 4, 5.
No, it's right.
So it's the second.
I thought the second lot was 5. 6, but it's only 5. So one of them
should be in rack with them. It's fine. He's with them. It's fine. Yeah. He's sat with that group. It's cool. It works. Okay. Anyway, your volley, sir. So one dice for me. No, that's better than my last two rolls so far. Okay. Are your men veterans?
No.
This isn't their first time firing, is it?
No.
And you don't have any artillery, you're not firing point blank. You get a +1 because you have a supporting base at long range, so it's someone adding to the fire. I get a +1 because I have a defending base, because you didn't choose to ignore that one. We have no shaken. Anyone raw? Because I think my cavalry is... Nope, my cavalry is all trained. -2 to you because it is long range. And your final score?
I haven't got one.
Ah, yeah, okay. No effect. No effect. So a clattering of musketry, but the cavalrymen are unfazed by it. Okie book. That was all your attacks, correct?
Yep.
Okay. So now you just do your moves. So I'd say start with those two to get them. They will travel basically one base width at a time.
One base width, but they don't disrupt anybody else.
No, they'll go round. So I want to say they in theory they will conform to whatever. So you can probably get away with them moving into column because they just start forming into a mob as they just march off.
Okay.
Directly past the division of the column commander.
I'm fired, but I still need my pitch and movement.
Yeah. So this is now all your other movement. I'll let you do that. Then we'll take a 2-minute break because I need to pee.
Okay. Two pips. 2 points.
Yep.
That.
Yep, that rallies them off.
Okay.
Because he only had one shaken level.
That's right. It cost me double to move.
Yes, it costs you 2 as your non-tempo player. Or the non-initiative player.
They are raw. They are trained. I've got to put labels on the base so I know what it's
Yeah, it's fine.
Raw and raw.
Yeah.
They are trained.
They're your trained battalions.
Yeah. They can't move, but they can.
They can move. So if you want to move them into, I want to say, the closest you can get to me is
It's
a base
rifle,
width.
yeah,
Is rifle
6.
range or musket range. So you can shuffle. They would shuffle forward. They'd sidle up a little bit so they're in real musketry range. Yeah. Because that's the thing. It's one of those ones that the only way you can get closer is if you launch an attack.
That cost me 2 pips. Oh, one down to 2.
Yeah, 2 pips to move those 2, and then another 2 pips can be spent to move another group of 3. Or 2. It's always 2 to redeploy your formation, no matter what. Right, so you've redeployed. So that column is redeployed into a line with support.
It's a battle column. Or assault column.
They need that. Technically, that other unit does need to be behind someone, but it can't just be behind one. So he's either behind one or the other. Yeah, it's pernickety, but it's just the way the game likes to do it. It's very, you've got to be very formalised.
Question is, change formation. I'll just give 2 base widths, maximum movement.
Yes. And they can't go any further forward than the most advanced unit in that group.
But they can face. As long as they've got the movement.
They can change facing, whatever you need them to. So if you want to reposition, you can reposition. You can just move a single unit and reposition. And as long as the formation stays still, your guns can always unlimber for free.
That's what because what I'm going to do is...
Now you're going to wheel round.
Wheel?
Slightly, and then reposition. Yeah, happy with that. You're masking one of your guns.
That's no problem.
Remember, they fire straight ahead. And just put them in supporting position.
Oh, no. I can only get one gun, because I can't move the infantry any further forward.
I'd have just put that left of your. As I'm looking at it,
Two.
left hand. Never mind. I'm going to be quiet.
3.
Yeah, because redeploy is always 2, but it's not. It's useful because it can potentially get you into a position where you can defend against an attack, but it's not necessarily the best for. You can't really advance. You can't use it to sort of like sneakily try and get across the table. It's more of a, oop, I need to move my guys around. Blah 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 blah. I will be honest. I think we might be doing redeploy wrong. If anyone knows the rules better than I do, then I'm always willing to take it. Because I think it is that thing where in theory it's like me repositioning them into that, because you had the lead at the column, stopped, and then everyone else peeled around them, and I think as long as I've got the movement to do it, they move in formation.
Or you move them as far as possible.
Yeah, and then
the
next turn would be finishing off the positioning. That's why it can take quite a long time to get started. But the good thing is it's 2 orders.
There's one
for
slight problem now. It's morale tests.
Yes, we'll do morales. So you need to do a morale test for that brigade which got bundled because they're
2 running and 1.
Yeah, that's not weirdly. Well, that's important, but that's not the reason why. Because you took an increase in shaken levels, didn't you?
Right.
So you had So that brigade again. So a D6. Oh dear. Okay. 1 point per base that is shaken or as a base score. So
take off what I done.
So it's adding it all to. Okay, so you have 2 points that are for the 2 units that are retreating. Cost you 4 points.
4 points.
Because it's 2 points per base that is broken, and it's a plus another 1 because of the unit that's shaken. Doesn't matter how many shaken levels he's got, but he's shaken. Because I believe that's free. Is it a freestand brigade or is it bigger?
That brigade is 6.
6. Okay, so you have a grand total of 5 as a base score.
Yeah.
Plus 2 because you've rolled a 6. That's a 7, I believe. Okay.
Yeah, well.
If the result exceeds the number of bases in the brigade at the start of the game, the whole brigade is adjudged to be spent and returns at a normal movement rate to their army's baseline. No TPs need to be awarded or orders given. The brigade will not take any further part in the fighting. Once 50% or more of the brigades in the division are spent, the whole division is said to be so and will take no further part in the fighting. Basically, everybody just starts backing off the board.
Do you know that division?
2 brigades?
12 battalions.
In 2 groups of 6.
2 groups of 6.
Everybody in that brigade.
He's gone. He's going.
They're going to go. They will start now falling back.
And that means the artillery go with them.
And the guns will go with them. Well,
Well,
I will say it's how many guns did you have in that brigade? Are you keeping them as a separate? Were they attached to one of the? Did you have any other guns attached to one of the brigades? Because it is the number of bases at the start of the game. Because you had guns.
Attached.
They were just part of the. They were divisional asset.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's.
They've gone as well.
So they've gone. Okay. So from this point onwards. When you're doing your other moves, that entire brigade will basically march away. You will march away facing me, and I can still try and attack you because you are still a target.
I'll say they're retiring for coffee and cake.
They're retiring. Yeah, they're good Austrians. They're off for their strudel. So I'm just going to pause and I'm going to go. I don't want to, because when we started playing these rules, I had the Austrians, you had the French, and I think I banked you a couple of times because I rolled one of your divisions with heavy cavalry, but it was literally Caraziers just crashing into a flank and just rolling through everybody.
No.
Which would make me giggle a little bit when it happened.
Alex.
I will be honest.
Battle of Wargaming is on 2 tables. 120 by 240 per table.
Per table.
That's the depth of it.
But that's Marshall the Empire rules, isn't it?
What I've done is most of the Empire, I use double the number of bases to convert them from double bases to singles.
Okay.
But I'm still using the same size, same scale.
Yeah. There's like 4 or 5 battalions, or 4 or 5 bases of infantry for a corps or whatever.
What you can do.
It's all divisions and corps, isn't it, rather
Yeah.
than brigades and divisions in this one.
Yeah, because one brigade, one division of the second corps will be 2 battalions of 4 units. But what I've done, double them, you get between 6, 8 or 10 units in the division, so break them down into brigades, but don't give them officers. General of the army,
You need a lot of officers.
you don't need a lot of officers.
Or at least the markers, because I think the officers aren't actually, they're important, but they're not important. I can't remember. I always prefer this version. So.
In this, on that scale, I'd go down. Div commanders on table. Any other officer isn't.
Well, they'd be drifting around because anyway. Right, so that brigade basically now needs to turn around and walk away. So you're now down to 3 orders every turn because you still have your advance guard, your second infantry division, your cavalry division. So, tempo. Okay. 2.
1.
Yay. I have 2 orders to dole out to my troops. Anyway, so my bombardment phase. I haven't got any guns, are all not in the right position for this. Okay, so I move my CNC and my generals. He's going to shuffle there. He's staying with them.
Did you not get any pluses for my general? In my roll tests.
How so? As in the general actually being within a certain distance?
Yeah.
No, it's literally the D6. The general only really is set effects pursuit tests. Okay, because in theory your brigadiers somewhere will be with them anyway.
First turn is a double move or just a normal move backwards? That division.
Everybody just moves at normal speed, so I believe it is a single. Well, if they're whatever formation they're in, so. Yeah. If they're in basically column, they'll just retire at 2 base routes, and if they're
and edge of the table's there.
No, edge of the table is other side of that.
No.
Was it? Oh,
that's the edge of the table.
They just march off the table then.
Yeah, they've gone. Near 3/4 of that division's gone.
Yeah.
This turn.
Well, that'll be in your. Okay, so I allocate out my TPs. For him, and to him. Push the attack. Okay. So I've allocated my TPs, all 2 of them, so I'm generating my orders. So my attacks. My Karazagars will strike against those 2. The general will be going with that stand, so it'll be attack from him to him, and attack from them to them. Do I have anything else? I believe they are going to attempt to strike that one again.
He won't be hanging around.
That will cost me 2, and then the other 2 will be those 3 striking those 2. We'll move you with the bayonet.
I'm on a disadvantage to start with, but it's no problem.
Anyway,
We'll see how it goes. I might actually do some damage to myself.
Never mind. Okay, so my attack phase. So I have to work out my attacks. So I will start with my cavalry first.
With unit. We're doing 2 separate attacks.
They are doing 2 separate attacks. So I will start with the left hand one and then go to the right hand one.
Okay.
I'll just make sure I'm not Cool. That's just fine. Literally off the card. So, this is the
D6.
D6 for him. Ooh, that's tasty. A second. No one, any veterans involved? Because mine aren't. Not your sheet. Keep it on the table, then.
No, I put my tea in the way. That unit is trained.
Okay. No one's elite. No generals. Shaken levels. No one's got shaken. No one's raw troops, are they?
No.
Good. Okay. So this is cavalry attack on infantry. So you may elect to fire and or form square.
I'm already in square.
Well, that's what you're going to do. Will you be shooting? Because you can do both.
I shoot at long.
At long range, okay. Pursuing, no. Supported by artillery, no. Infantry supported by other infantry, no, because you're getting struck by 2. Infantry is uphill, no. Infantry is supported by cavalry, no. You don't intend to fire at close range. I'm not within 1 base width because I'm just out. You're firing at long range, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I'm not charging at that. Okay, I am not supported by infantry. I'm not facing SK2 skirmish level 2 infantry in the open, and you're not behind any obstacles. So, final scores, nice and simple. I have a 6.
5.
5. Okay. Difference up to 1. Both sides act as ordered. So,
You charge in and I blast.
I charge in. Make your fire attack. You're not firing for the first time. No one has any advantage. No one's -2 because it is long. You chose to fire at long range. Final score.
2.
2 to 2. Nothing. No effect. Your volley clatters out, but there's no effect. Okay. Outcome of cavalry attacks on infantry. If the infantry formed an unshaken square, cavalry will fall back shaken 1 base width. Otherwise, if the cavalry sustained a higher number of shaken, no. Both sides, no. No. Okay, so my guys, I bounce again.
Again. I like that. Keep bouncing. Don't like
bounce
it.
again, and I gain a shaken level.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The one with the general, same again. D6 apiece. Ooh. General is in base contact with a unit. That's the only major plus I've got. That's it, because there's no shaking or anything like that. So none of that is needed. Range.
I'll try short this time.
Short range. So you intend to fire at close range, -1. No other pluses. Okay. Final score. I have a 4.
3.
3. Difference up to 1. Both sides act as ordered.
You charge in.
I charge in.
And I'll see if I can blast you. Short.
The general going in behind. Nothing for firing at close range. Grand total of
2.
2 to my 4, no effect. Okay, so the infantry have formed again an unshaken square. Cavalry fall back shaken 1 base width. Because you don't.
I'm in a form square.
You're basically you're solidly in your square.
A difference of 4 to do any damage?
Hang on. If I basically get a 2 or better than you, you fire and may form square, but you can take a shaken level. If I can get a 5 or better difference, you break and I just roll straight. I just smash straight through you, and I go in.
And
so
then
this
you
is
get
this.
counter charge by my cavalry.
And then your cavalry, which you can't actually do it because it's up on the hill and through the trees and stuff. But yeah.
Not well. Now that I'm down 1 officer, I might have to get some orders for him.
The cavalry might actually get to do something now. Okay, so that
Well,
was
they're
their
doing
attack.
sitting on the hill drinking wine and brandy.
Enjoying their brandy. Okay, so next one will be, this group will advance again, targeting him as their point of aim, as he is their point of aim.
You were in 7. I think it's 7 to charge.
1.5. So
9.
No, 9. No, I'm in 7. So I can get in. Okay, what are you going to do?
He's withdrawing.
He is part of the withdrawing formation.
Yes.
You can basically fire or countercharge. That's remembering that you're still fighting. You haven't had your opportunity. You're being pressed. So
Shoot at long range.
shoot at long range. Okay. So D6 apiece. Are they raw?
That is. Yes.
Okay, so it's -2 and -2 for each shaken level. Okay. Let's see. Supported by infantry. Yes, I am. You don't have any secure flanks. Not worrying about your choosing skirmish differential. I get another +1 because I've got better skirmishers. Okay. Final score is
You first.
8.
Difference of 9.
Difference of 9. Defender breaks before firing or countercharging. He just breaks.
He's breaking
He
anyway.
just breaks and runs. So I go
He
in.
goes through there.
So the Bavarians barrel forward, and he basically spins around and goes, and he'll basically follow them.
Yeah.
He legs it away. He's broken, so that's anymore. They're running. That was that. That's half their orders. But yeah, just take that off.
Do you know what we should do next on the next morale test?
Mm-hmm.
Do you running affect any of my other brigade divisions? No, that's all right.
Okay, so I will be launching attack with this lot against them. Hopefully I'm doing this right. So yeah, it was them. So he will strike him, and they will strike this one. He's not moving, so it's just so he will support his attack, and he will be going in alone. Happy? Cool. So, they're your veterans.
No, my veterans are this side.
Okay. Okay.
No, I just seen something that you won't like.
Oh, the fact that you've got Grenzers sneaking through the
What's with the Grenzers?
the cavalry and stuff.
You'll be disorganised as you run through my unit.
Yeah.
It's fair
Oh, the
enough.
cavalry. Yeah, the light cavalry. Yeah, you got your like cavalry formation there, haven't you? Anyway, right. So
Which
start-
one you going to choose first?
I'll do that one first. So they're going to basically go straight forward at your
Are you going to shoot long range?
shoot long range. Okay, so D6
Yes,
apiece.
rock and roll better.
Okay. Anyone veteran? In fact, you said they weren't, did you?
No, they're trained.
They're trained. Okay, so nothing there because my guys are also all trained troops, so that's fine. Well, it's not that. It's not my raw brigade. Okay, you're going to shoot me at long range, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Nobody is supported by infantry.
No.
You do have you actually have 2 secure flanks
Amazing.
because you're basically on the edge of the town and you've got a battalion next to you, so that is +2 to you. Let's see. Skirmish differential, so I get a +1.
You?
Okay, so final score is
7.
7 to 5. Okay. Defender wins by up to 2. We.
Bounce. Oh, yeah.
So you get to fire. So you fire on me as I come in. Ooh. So you fire as you come in on me. That is the first time they fired, correct?
Correct.
+2. and supporting bases. However, you chose long range, so it's minus that 2. Final score.
5.
To my 6, so no effect. So there's a pop, there's a rattle of musketry. Okay. Outcome of infantry v infantry. After defensive fire, decide it's the highest number of shake. There was a fallback 1 base with. Excuse me. Wait. Yeah, you fall back shaken 1 base with. So you bundle into them, which will base 6. Nope.
Doesn't matter, they're all.
No, it's just there. Okay, so they get up to there. Now this is this lot. So come in and barrel up. So roll a d6 apiece. Ooh, okay. Oh, that stuff doesn't right. What range are you going to fire?
Oh.
Long, okay. I'm supported by infantry, so I get a +1. You had a secure flank, you don't anymore. So you don't get any of them. And I get no +1 because I've got better skirmishers than you. So, final score.
6.
6. Ooh, to 2. You shoot me. I got a 4 so far. So it's that first time firing, but is negated because of the long range. What was your final score? 1 to my 4, so no effect from the clatter of musketry. So you will again fall back, shaken 1 base whip. So you fall back in line, and my guys come up into place. And that is all of my attacks done, because I have no normal movement. So, your bombardment phase.
1 gun.
1 gun, okay, against the Bavarians, I assume.
Against the middle one.
Okay, so roll 2d6. What'd you get?
5.
5. Cease firing, bombarding bases on. Hang on, let me just make sure. No, yeah, it's just going to be a cease firing, so they can't shoot this for next turn. Yeah, because the other guns can't shoot.
No,
so
because it's infantry in the way.
yeah. Okay. Move your CNCs and generals. Allocate your tempo points out to the orders. And can I have a Bicky, please? Or can you pass me 2 Bickies? Oh, that'll do. There you go. While you
Move my officers, okay.
yeah, move your officers and such. So he's off because he's basically gone.
Yep.
Anyone else? While you do that, I will make myself another brew. You alright?
No, I just made myself 1.
Okay. You're not feeling this game then all of a sudden?
I wouldn't mind, but you actually got rid of my biggie division.
I'm genuinely impressed I managed to even do that. We'll be honest.
So, give him 20.
I suppose it is the curse of how large the formations can end up being, because even though your guys are all broken down, divvied up, blah 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 blah, because you put them all into freeze in order to make them a little bit easier to move around.
Yeah, less
Yes.
points to move.
It doesn't really help, whereas I kept mine all together in their brigade groups, so it would cost me more,
Yeah,
but
I did.
can keep them together.
But I had them in. The division was 4 columns of 3 bases.
Oh.
I moved the front columns into a line,
Mm-hmm.
and the second column should have followed them up. But I didn't get the orders to do that.
Yeah.
And then you push one half a brigade back. I failed the test.
Quite
the whole
shatteringly
thing
as well.
did.
The Bavarians are proving their devotion to l'Empereur quite effectively.
I haven't got the orders to move the cav. So, firing.
Yeah, so your attacks, shooting and...
Okay. Is one of them battalion. The thing is, I can only shoot once.
With?
But what I can do
You can
is a
find
free order.
your horse gun,
Yeah.
which can't do anything anyway because you can't fire. Horse guns can't do bombardments.
But they can protect them if I get overrun. But the thing is, I can't move them anyway.
It took me a while to figure out how to use horse guns. I literally had to go on the forums to find it out, and then someone went, "How do you use horse artillery?" And they basically went,
So shooting,
Move it, shoot it.
shooting,
"Move it, and then just use it as supported by artillery."
they can fire.
Again, I could be wrong. These rules are not supremely clear. I enjoy them, but they're just not super clear in some respects. What's that?
Charge. I can't charge them just yet. But what I can do, move my skirmishes when it's my turn to move.
Yeah, you launch your attacks first. So fire or...
I'm trying to make sure I say some orders to move my troops. So they will fire, Alex. They will fire.
Both of those stands against the... Are they going to fire individually? Well, they're launching an attack, but they're firing individually.
Individually, one onto each target.
Okay.
And
Oh right, yeah, you need to throw a d6. Because your critical morale. What'd you get?
the wrong number.
Go on.
6.
Yeah. Throw a d6 and deduct the result from the army's critical morale. Once the factor falls below 0, the army is broken in defeat. Believe me. That roll would kill me. Won't take me out the first turn. But the second time I happen to have done.
Okay.
Oh well. You should have a higher force morale than me, ain't you? There's more of you.
Yeah, I did have a high morale thing until that dice roll.
Ew.
Yeah. So, I'll start with my right hand infantry.
Okay. So straight ahead. So decent piece. So, I suffer a -1 because I have a shaken level. You suffer -2 because it's long range. Right. Final score.
4.
4-1. Oh dear.
Oops.
They become shaken. I will have to. Sorry, I should have taken a morale test for them at the end of the term.
Well, I think you should, but use the old shaking level.
It won't matter anyway.
Okay.
5.
Second shoot.
So, -2 for long range. Your final score? 1. I have nothing. However, you need to win by 2 to do anything, so they're not affected. So the other battalion, the other regiment is not affected.
Okay. Nah.
Oh no, sorry. I just remembered. Sorry, they move in the outcome moves at the end of the turn.
Yeah.
Fine.
But
You haven't done anything with them yet.
I haven't got the orders to do anything with them.
Well, no, because you don't do orders. Remember, it's outcome moves. That brigade will all march off the table in that turn. So it's at the end of the turn.
Yeah. So,
But it's fine. It's fine for them.
in columns, it's 12.
Yes. Anyway, so that was your 2 attacks. Anything else?
No. Oh, nothing else I can shoot with.
Okay. So then it is your other moves, which is purely your under command. No, they move. They'll move at the end of the turn. They will get up and march off at the end of the turn.
I've got. I can't get any closer than 6, correct?
Correct.
Even if I'm in the bells up in the air and you're in the open?
I would say you right with the built-up areas, because you're moving through the town. You can, because you're inside the town, but it's
what I'll do.
But you would still be treated. I would.
I'll get in closer.
Mhm.
They are in the bells up here. Still.
Yeah, so they're in the town. They're not in the river. It's just the fact that houses in the way, sort of thing.
And because of skirmishes, I believe they don't suffer for moving penalties.
Within the town, moving at 1 base width per turn doesn't matter because you're moving through the town. Skirmishes doesn't mean anything because it is one of those things because you're moving through the town and you're in column. But I'm going to say because you're light troops in your river, it's just the column isn't important at this point.
A free move, they're not budging.
Yeah, so the guns basically unlimber.
Unlimber. And they're gonna have fun next turn. So that's all my moving apart from the division going home.
So, have you done all your other moves?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Now it's normal movement, or that formation's movement with them. So most of them are going to just fall off the table. They're going to withdraw off the table.
He is that commander.
Yeah, he's the advance guard commander.
Yep.
So as long as they get to the edge, they fall off. They're fine.
Okay.
They're down to individuals, so they're bait to fight, so they move it 2 as well. I'll move around him. And the guns just come off the board. Limber up and then withdraw off the board.
If you're any closer, I'll probably have to spike the guns and run for them.
There's been a perfect opportunity for the cavalry. But oh well. I'm an infantry commander, not a cavalry commander. I'm not very good with cavalry. I can generally get... I'm not an idiot with it. I'm just not that brilliant.
There's a big hole.
There's a big old hole in the formation. Okay, you all done?
Yeah.
At least your guns aren't masked anymore. Okay, so... tempo bidding. Go on.
Doesn't really matter because I've got more.
They'll fall off in the next. They'll basically fall
I'm
off.
talking about them.
No, that's just there because it's
the result of the battle.
Yeah, they're already falling back, so it doesn't really mean anything with the morale. Right, I need to do their morale test, don't I?
Okay.
Before we do tempo bidding, apology. I will be quiet. I'm being silly. Okay, so I roll a. Okay. So I have a grand total of 2 points to start with, which equals my brigade. No, it doesn't, because it's 3.
Okay.
I roll a 3, which is evens, so no pluses, no minuses.
You survive.
My heavy brigade remains on the table, unaffected, in theory. Okay. So, tempo bidding.
Would you believe that nearly half my army?
That is quite scary. I'm ready. Oh, it's yours.
Yes!
You have slightly more orders this turn to dole out to people.
Man, these are shocking.
Yeah. What did you roll? Ooh! You got a good roll.
Mm.
And you still got 3 generals. Wow. That's a lot of orders.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm walking into... Suddenly my brain goes, I think I'm walking into a trap. I'm sticking with my cavalry.
Okay, that's my pick done.
Okay, so sorry, bombardment phase, because you do have a gun. You have one gun that can shoot, and those two can shoot. Are they horse guns or are they field guns?
They are.
They're normal field guns. Okay, so everyone should be in range because you were mounting. Was it 4 pounds? 6 pounds. So you have a 6 base with so 36. 6 is a 36.
Okay. Now what turn? That one has to be
Yeah, he can
the
target
middle target.
either one. Okay.
And so will they.
So they're going to go for. Actually, I think you're going to catch him instead. Yeah, you wouldn't be able to get him. I don't know. Yeah, it'll be him anyway.
Okay.
Go on. So roll. Which one are you doing first?
I'll do that one first.
Okay. So 2d6. Okay, so
I'm lucky if that just happens.
what did you score?
Snake eyes.
Oh, he takes a level of shaken. Though weirdly, you can probably still fire in the next phase.
Did it say you can't find it on the double?
No, it just says take 1 level of shaken.
Okay, so
He can still shoot. He's just really messed with himself. Okay, and the other 2. So you're just going to fire 1 and have the supporting gun.
Yeah.
Okay. So you get +1 for having an additional gun. -1 because I did move last turn. Final score.
9.
9. Ooh. I'm taking a base width move.
Backwards.
I'm taking a base width move backwards. That's a choice. I either withdraw or I either retire or I take a shaken level, and I'd rather take the retirement at this point. Might be more beneficial, slightly. Okay, next is, so you move your generals, allocate your TPs, which you've already done. Your attacks.
How far can light cavalry charge?
Light cavalry,
Yeah.
4 base widths. 24.
Yeah. I'll attack him, Alex.
You're going to charge forward, are you?
Yeah. Him.
So you're going to go for the one closest to you, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, no, you'll catch the corner. I'm happy enough to take that. Because in theory you've got to, you go, and then you have to be straight line distance to target. So you just slam in. You'll conform when you're.
And it's, I need to charge 2 points.
2 points spent per base or group of 3.
Okay.
Because it's just him on his own, so he's coming forward. Okay. Any other attacks?
My skirmishes.
They will fire, I assume.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have 2 points as well.
Yeah, because the last 2 base moves for any attack move must be carried out in a straight line. Only one attack may be declared on a target in any one game turn. I would happily give you supported by, so the cavalry would have the firepower support. They don't. He doesn't make an attack, but they're just popping away at it, at that target. So,
that's all the charges and shooting I can do.
okay, so plus for 2 points. So, 1 second. I will attempt to form square and fire upon you.
Mm-hmm.
So, d6 apiece. Oh dear.
I know that feeling.
Is anyone a veteran?
Mm.
Are your troops all raw? What is the quality of your cavalry?
Regs.
Regulars? Okay, so trained.
Trained.
No one's elites, no generals, no shaken levels. No one's raw, are they? No. Cool. Okay, so this is cavalry attack on infantry. Infantry supported by other infantry. I am, so I do get a +1. Defender only. Oh god, what range do I want to fire at? Do you know what, I'm willing to be a bit ballsy and go close range, -1. It doesn't matter about flanks. Okay. So I have a grand total of 1.
1.
Ooh. Ooh, okay. So difference up to 1. Both sides act as ordered. So you will come in. So you sweep in. Also you contact me there.
Yeah.
Happy with that. So you come charging in, you contact me. I form, hopefully I'm forming square, and my Frenchman will now give you a volley. So a d6 apiece. First time firing, no, because they have been fighting, so nothing for me. No, point blank range, no. Fire is supporting base at close range. He can't, so nothing there. However, I do get a +1 because I've got a defender. No, you're the defender in this case, so no. Okay, I have a grand total of 6.
4.
Ooh, you're shaken. Fire wins by 2 points. Target is shaken. Remember, this could get worse. Okay. So, otherwise, if the cavalry have sustained a higher number of shaken levels than the infantry, they retire 1 base width. Yeah, so you go back and you take your. You don't get any extras. Cool. Yes, I managed to survive that. Classic. Cool. Because you would have got the. Yeah, okay. Cavalry don't actually get supported by the infantry fire. Then again, it's not the 30 Years' War where you have where you have shot units running around with the cavalry. Well, riding around with the cavalry, however they did it.
Normal moves.
So your normal moveset?
Mm-hmm.
Or other moves in this case?
3 turns into.
Oh, you gave him all the orders, did you?
Oh, I'll try and block, do something. Check that. Yep. Even 36. Light cavalry is 4, heavy cavalry is 3.
2.5 for normal.
Yeah.
Cavalry is 3 for normal moves, and dragoons heavy cavalry are 2.5.
Okay. So they all move up to there. That's 2 moves.
And they get shaken, I believe, coming up the hill?
Yeah.
No, ascending the...
Ascending.
Ascending, yeah, so they get shaken by as them coming up the hill. They take a shaken level. It's fine.
As long as it's done still, that'll be alright. Next. 2.5.
You can't go through the woods.
Oh,
Your
go
cavalry,
around.
you can't go around trees. You can't go through trees.
I know, it goes that way. Two and a half is 15.
Yeah, only infantry and irregular cavalry, so partisans and Cossacks.
Meow.
They come down.
They go sliding downwards.
Tell me when you're done.
Done.
Cool. So he gets one of the orders.
And he can choose again next turn.
He gets one of the orders. Actually, I'm going to be a bit weird. I'm going to concentrate on the cavalry for the moment. Okay, so. Yeah, because I have no bombardments anyway, so don't worry about that. Generals need to be moved. He's going to move. Because he's going to stay with them for the moment. He's just going to shuffle forward to keep himself within a reasonable position. I have no attacks.
Okay.
What I am going to do is I'm just going to go straight to normal movement. Start with these guys. So they're going to retire a base depth. And they're going to limber back up again. Just check. I think it's limber and I think you can limber and move. Could be wrong. And they're going to limber and move. 2 base whips. So that's all of his orders done. So though they're part of that group, they're not attached to it, so it costs me extra. They're going to receive a redeploy order. So he's going to advance to there. He's going to advance to there, so that costs me those 2. He's going to limber up again.
So, it's weapon handling next week, is this?
Yes.
And shooting.
Yes. Cool. That is me done. Outcome moves is the last of your movements from that division.
I had an increase in shaken levels.
And you need to do your morale tests.
Then
Yeah, because your cavalry and that. I think it was just the cavalry, wasn't it? Also, because I think it's the last of your infantry will now exit the table.
He's got a shaken.
He's got a shaken.
And they've got a shaken.
Yeah. Are they their own thing, those 2 guns, or are
Yeah.
they attached to someone? Okay. Okay, cool. So
Start with that.
Yep.
1d6.
1d6. What'd you get?
4.
4. That's evens. So 1. How many units in that brigade? 4. No effect. Essentially, it's ignored.
These could be the problem.
Because you've got the 2 in the artillery brigade group.
3.
3 is also evens, so no pluses, no minuses. So and it's only 1 shaken level, so it's fine.
That.
I'm going to say, I will be blunt, I'm
2.
going to ignore that one purely because it's terrain, not combat.
Okay.
I believe that is the intent behind it. It's if yes, you've taken shaken levels, but just because your men have got this organised going up a hill, it's not going to cause them to suddenly run away because they're not being engaged by the enemy.
Okay.
Yeah, the last of your division, I believe, now moves off the board.
That 2, 3, 4.
Because they all move off. He's the advanced guard commander, I believe.
Yep.
So there's now a big gaping hole in the middle.
Yeah. Should call you Italians.
Which is why I find out there's an Italian watching this, and he gets very angry and starts waving his hands angrily at the screen.
No one's watching with Italians.
Well, he's got his World War II Italians,
Yeah.
which is debate.
Okay.
Okay, so
They can go.
I believe that is it. I've not suffered any increase now. So tempo bidding.
Didn't you increase with your cavalry?
No, they backed out of range. I'm ready. 3.
Yours.
And what did you bid?
1.
Let me guess, you rolled badly again.
1.
Yeah. Okay. Bombardment. Don't have any guns for, but I don't have anyone who can bombard. I move my generals and such. He's staying there. He's staying there. Allocates out my orders. Free. He gets 2 extra free. And then my last set will go to the man who's actually fighting the battle at the moment. Okay. My attacks. Cavalry is not going to make any attacks. And my infantry is not in a position to make any attacks at present. So I'm going to go straight to movement. So I will, for his freebie, he will remove 1 morale, 1 shaken level from the cuirassiers. I will then spend 1 to rally that regiment down. I will then move the gun to around here. It's now on this side of the cavalry brigade. Uses up that one, and then the other 3 will be. There's 1 point to move them. He will then back up, so it's going to get weird. And then they are going to position around.
So hopefully someone charging at you.
So I'm ready, hopefully, to take an attack. They're going to basically, light cavalry is going to reposition to take the attacks. There's quite a bit going on there, to be honest, rather than what it actually looks like in the game. Let me have a look, see. So, I want to move this gun. They are going to move. They going to wheel to face. Hopefully face a bit better. It's 2 burnt. They are also going to wheel. The intention of trying to face off against your formation a little bit better. And they are also going to wheel. It's desperate repositioning and panicking. Because I can only rally 1 shaken level at a time.
Mm-hmm.
So
Per commander.
Per commander. Well, per base as well. Because he does it for free. Because I forgot. I thought they had the 2. That's why he's attached to them. Otherwise, I'd have jumped him across the other one and then it would have been clean. But that's my bad. So, your bombardment.
Guns into him.
Okay. So, 2d6.
I thought we'd do better than last time.
Oh, you've had 1 good shot. Okay, you have +1 for having an additional base. -1 because one of your guns is shaken. And target move last turn, -1 again. Cease firing. Bombarding bases will not fire next bombardment phase because you got 4. So there you go, silent for the moment. Okay, your other gun battery.
Your right hand back. I was at the middle one in line. Middle
one. Yeah, you can legitimately hit them. Okay. +1.
-1.
+1 for having another base behind them.
Mm.
+1 for having 2 guns. However, -1 because I have moved. Okay, final score.
6.
6. No effect. It's the gun. The shells impact upon the unit, but it's nothing discernible. Okay, your general's move and then allocation of your orders. Because you've got to have some kind of orders available.
Yeah, but the thing is, I need more orders than I can get.
Mm.
He can have 2, and he can have
1. I was going to say, just give them the dice. Every dice equals a tempo point, and then it's just.
Yeah, I'm gonna convert him now.
Because he's a plod? Are they both plods? Oh, they're both plods. They both only generate 3. Okay.
Yep.
Continue. So, your attacks, if you have any.
Grenzers into your infantry battalion.
Shooting?
Yep.
Okay. Anything else?
For that unit, no.
Okay. So that's your entire, that's all your orders spent. No, well, it's all,
No,
no, it is actually all your orders because it's free for a single to fire.
Yeah. That's what I mean, I haven't got enough.
Okay.
And
Your cavalry division.
I'm going to be stupid. I'm going to
You can't charge while you're moving down a hill. You need to get down onto the flat. So you have to move them first, which you can do because it costs you 2. You can in theory move
all 3.
all 3.
But then there'll be sitting ducks in artillery.
Remembering horse artillery guns fire more or less in support. They can shoot as if they were. They fire as if they were
yeah, but
musketry. But
I've got to limber them up first.
Yeah, they're always kind of being at long range.
Okay.
I've got to unlimber my guns because my
Okay.
guns are basically reorganise themselves.
He's gonna go here. In fact, no. Oh, wait a minute. 2.5?
Yes.
15.
Because they can pass through their friends. Because they can pass through their friends without getting shaken. Yeah. As long as no one else is shaken, they do not become shaken themselves. So your heavies are coming. And they come down off the hill.
As one of those is "Ula!" before they get shot to hell.
Yeah, because the cavalry cannot advance to contact while on hills and such. I would say, I think if you're attacking, if you're going across the top of the hill,
if you're staying on level ground, yeah.
Yeah, if you were staying on the ground, it's because you're coming down the hill. It's difficult to maintain your formation, so you can't really do an advance to contact. If you're on top of the hill attacking someone, I'd be like that going, no, you're essentially on a relatively flatter area, so yeah, it's fine. But you're coming down off the hill, so anyway. Anything else?
That's all wonderful.
Okay. Other moves, which you don't have because
they've already left.
Anyway, so sorry, your attack. So you may make because you still need to fire your grenzers at my men. Because remember, you do all your attacks first, then you do your move. But it's fine. Okay, so first time firing +2. Defenders supporting bases. I've got 1 +1 on that. Shaken levels are not involved. They're raw troops, I believe, so that's -1 for your grenzers. And they are firing at long range, so it's -2 because they can't have no choice in that one. What is your final score?
3.
3 to my 6. Yeah, no effect. They shoot, but no effect. Cool. Outcome moves we don't need to do. No one's got any increases in shaken levels. Back to the beginning. I bid 4.
Your turn.
Yay! I rolled a 6 this time. Okay. My bombardment, don't have any. I need to move my generals. Across to there. That's fine right here, that's fine where he is, he's fine where he is. I need to dole out orders to people. I need to do out 5 orders. Do you know what? I'm willing to do something stupid for this, for the pure giggles of it all. Okay, attacks. What do you like cavalry against your dragoons and cuirassiers?
They're all...
I'm going to assume they're probably all veterans and I'm just about to hit you with...
They're all drugs.
Dragoons, cool. So my lights versus your dragoons. That will be 1 attack. I have no other attacks. No, I have no other attacks, so I will leave it at that. So, cavalry. So my horse guns will unlimber so they can support the cavalry as they advance in. So Actually, no, they can't because the cavalry, the cavalry end up doing that. This is going to be very silly. So they'll basically rumble forward.
Okay.
Okay, so what do you wish to do?
Counter charge.
Okay, so d6 apiece, and I haven't got any left. Hang on. Are you veteran?
I'll tell you in a minute. No.
Okay. Generals in base contact? No. No one's got shaken. No one's raw.
No.
Okay. You're going to countercharge me?
Yep.
You get +2. Heavier cavalry than opponent. We both get +2 because we're both charging. And yeah, we are both supported by cavalry and have a +1. I have a grand total of 5.
7.
Ah, God. Difference of 2. Ooh! We slam in. Contact.
It should be
Because essentially
nothing.
I'm basically running off the hussars doing it. Well, the lancers will be the ones with the thing. Okay, so if two sides make contact, a melee ensues. Each throws d6, adding or subtracting the following. So d6 again. Okay. Heavy cavalry. No, because there is actually a thing for being dragoons. Charging. We both get +2 because we're both charging. You are dragoons. +1. Lancers versus light cavalry or dragoons. I get a +1 because I have because my leading unit is the lancers. Supported by infantry, no. Each shaken level, no. Irregular cavalry. So I have a 7 to your
5.
5.
I get pushed back.
If the difference is 2 or more, the loser falls back. The winner follows up. So we are now stuck.
I'm going up the hill.
Well, you'll
Going
end up here.
Up there.
And my guys basically continue engaging. So that is another melee in the next turn. So we will next turn we must continue melee in next attack phase. So I would say a next attack phase will be your one. So we do again. We roll again in your attack phase. Okay. I now do my other moves. That was interesting. I forgot the cavalry gets to do their own little weirdnesses. So I burn. Take that off, so they're all good. Two. He does that for free. His orders done. So we have infantry division is basically moving up. Okay. This is where it gets very weird. Bavarians are going to continue pushing. Round. Press that. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3. support. That's that one. And I'm going to continue to roll around. Cool. Your bombardment phase. Okay, 2d6. +1 for having an extra base.
Nothing.
And however I move, so that gets negated. Final score.
5.
5. Cease firing, they can't shoot next turn.
That's what I thought.
You have to roll really, really well to actually do anything, to be honest.
It would be nice if I can get more than 2 or a 3.
Okay, your generals and allocations. Bring him in to join his troops. He's going to start having issues because I reckon he's out of 36 now. From him. I reckon he's out of 36 now. Oh no! Is he just in? Centre to centre. Is that all the orders you... Okay, your attacks.
He will shoot into them, into him. I want to use.
You're out of range.
Then I won't
Sixes.
shoot.
Okay. Alright, I purposely moved the heavies out of range.
Okay, then. He will shoot them.
Okay. So, d6 apiece. I get +1 for having supporting bases. -1 because your men are raw, and -2 because they're at long range. Final score.
3.
7. No effect. Pop, 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 pop. No effect. Curse of having raw troops.
Yeah, but I thought skirmish level 2 might give me a +1.
It doesn't on firing. It's more of advancing to contact with each other. Is skirmish differential.
So we finish the cavalry fight.
Yes, because that's what we've got to do. So d6 apiece. Should have the other roll. Okay, so continuing the outcome. You are dragoons +1. I am pursuing you, so I get a +1. And I am lancers, so I get
I
another.
thought that was only the first turn of combat.
No, it keeps going because it's still lancers versus light cavalry or dragoons. No one's got any shaken levels, have they? Okay, I have a grand total of 3.
Same here.
Evens. If the difference is 0 to 1, continue melee in next attack phase. So next turn, they're basically hacking away at each other properly here. Okay. Any other attacks?
No.
Okay. So, I'll say I'll take a quick tea break there. Saarland?
Yeah.
Saarland, I think it was. So,
That was
that
one hell of a bring 'em by.
That was a beautiful bring and buy. They had a brilliant bring and buy because genuinely I think it was just people who had either way too much money.
Yeah, but the thing is,
stuff.
they weren't asking stupid prices.
I think a lot of it wasn't so much a case of, oh my god, you've got such wonderful stuff. It's these are people that have gone, they've gone out, bought it, and they're just like, I don't want it anymore.
Remember that bloke we spoke to, who was doing a World War II early Eastern Front, and he had BT-26, T-26s.
Yeah, because he'd gone.
10 of them.
Yeah, because he'd gone. What is it? Because he'd seen them on the road and just gone. Oh,
He bought all of them.
I'll have them. And then he was trying to figure out what it even was, and it was me looking at him going, "Oh, Christie suspension. Hang on, I reckon."
T-26 flamethrower.
Yeah, OTS. Yeah, T-26 OTS.
Yeah.
That was a really good. I mean, I loved you and Norm standing there with the.
Trying to get that bag.
Yeah, put it down. Just put it down.
And
Just
you
put the
bought
bag
that
down.
bloody
Put the figures in comfort bag down.
thing. Yeah.
He didn't.
That
Damn you!
one,
Oh
that-
my god.
Do you know how much you paid for that?
No idea. A tenner.
Why do you think I was after him for that price?
Yeah, because was it a case of by the time you saw it, the guy was already having a look over
Yeah.
it? That was the problem, wasn't it? Because like you and Norman just stood there looking at him, mentally trying to go, you don't want it, put it down.
Yeah, it would have been a fight between me and Norm getting it. But I went back later and found that box because it was behind the table. Well, it was under the table.
Oh, that's all the other 6mm Baccus
Yeah.
stuff, wasn't it? The army sets and stuff.
Yeah. The ACW 6mm as well.
I never grabbed that. I've got it in 15. I've got a lot in 15, so I wouldn't bother.
But the thing is, I saw the box. I didn't see all of it. I just thought, well, it's got back. Then I had them 20. Then when I got to the car and looked at it, I thought. Then I saw the building there. I thought,
Yeah, you got
that's
starter
worth that much alone.
Yeah, so those starter sets they're not cheap, but what you're getting is actually pretty good.
Was it 10 battalions infantry of 24 at least?
So standard of 24 figures a battalion from them, and I think it is like
10 cavalry.
Yeah, because it's like 10, and then 3 or 4 gun batteries, 4 guns, and then it's like
limbers.
Gun. No, oh you actually because you don't get the limbers normally. You have to buy the limbers separately.
That's true. I should have in my black box down here at least 8 guns.
Yeah, you've just got 8
to
guns
be built.
Because that was genuinely quite impressive. That bring and buy. That was an honest bit of these are people who generally it's not they're idiots and they don't know what they've got. They are just they don't care. They just want
everything.
Yeah.
And
well, there was a thing because there was one guy who had there was somebody who was selling the Warlord Paras because I was looking at that because I was like, ooh. Are they Marines or are they generic GIs? Because if they were GIs, if it had been a bag of GIs, I'd have probably grabbed them to make up my my own GIs because then I would have used them because I just would have maybe used them as Marines or something like that. But then it was just but it was just they're all the Paras. But it was a complete platoon's worth. I think of just Paras. Because I think it's from the starter set. Yeah, because it was it was either the box set without the box or it was the ones from one of the bolt action starter sets with the paratroopers in it.
Mini arts. You were thinking of going on a Monday?
Next Monday. Because I've got
11 till 6.
I didn't see. We'll take Anthony with us as well.
Oh, that'll be enough.
We get him away from. We get him out and about for the day. Because we've got a few things. I'm trying to remember because his wife said she wanted something to do.
Yeah.
Or she needed to do something. I just can't remember what it was.
Think what time is it?
Now, 10 to 9.
Well done. I'm going to retire gracefully.
You're going to call it down.
Finish that punch up. We'll do the punch up.
So we'll do. Well, we've got to do tempo bidding anyway. So we'll do a complete turn and see what happens. Call this the last turn for it. Yeah. Hi, Beard.
Yeah.
Right. What you done? Ready? I go free. Ooh, jaws. You surprised? I messed up there.
No, I just got a good dice roll. Bombardment threat, I believe.
Yes.
Okay.
So you make your bombardment.
Into him.
Okay.
Come on. Give me the only thing I haven't rolled all night.
A 5.
A double 6.
A double 5.
No. Not even that.
Once you get
7.
7. Yeah, you might have done something. +1, -1 because I moved. So that's still a 7. No effect. Guns don't get frozen up, but no effect.
They can't shoot.
Not this turn anyway. And it's the last turn, so.
No, I want that. If it charges +1 or 1.5 times.
Depends. If you're in column, so you're 1 base width wide, it's 2, so it's 12 centimeters. Otherwise, it's 1.5.
1.5.
Are you charging forward, are you? Or who's charging?
Let me just check. Okay. That's already in motion, the cavalry. Just for the fun. Let's see if I'm in range.
Oh, you should be.
I am.
Mm-hmm.
He and him, he's going to be the main going to him and he's supporting.
Okay. So you're not going
He
to fight.
can't move because he's running to the back of him.
Okay.
Okay.
No, in theory he can't really support because he's got to engage.
Okay.
One on
He'll
one.
engage him. He'll engage him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's if you don't have your own target, you can't support. Unless you move to the rear, then you can support.
The question is, he will support him.
Sorry, he'll move forward, yeah. I
Yeah.
did wonder because I thought...
No, I didn't think he could get in.
Yeah. Because I'd say I'd be willing to let you move him up as long as he maintains some form of base contact. But yeah, it's fine.
And he's not going to do anything. I've got to give him pips on it first.
Hang on, you've done your thing. Generals, you're happy where your generals are at the moment? Yeah, so pips out.
There.
Oh, you're moving him there? Okay.
Make sure he's in range.
Maybe the cavalry commander's in range. Then again, your cavalry commander is ignoring his division at the moment and is hiding on around the back of the hill with the horse guns.
In fact, it's 4 commanders. 3.
So 18.
We can go to there. He's in command range of them, but he's not within them.
So he only gets half of his orders.
If I give him any.
Well, his formation is going to be fighting, and to be honest, the cavalry's kind of stuck on the hill at the moment because there's a melee at the bottom of the hill and they can't do anything about it. Have to give him So you're giving him 2 pips and he's getting 1 pip. Ooh, getting lots of pips.
Yep.
Mm.
I'm making the most of it.
Mm.
He can. So. He's gonna shoot. He can shoot over. Now. He gets 3. No,
2.
6. Oh, 4.
4. Well, it's
Two
no,
so.
because it is one group making no attacks, so it
Okay.
costs you 2 orders in total.
2.
Despite they're attacking in theory separate targets, they're not.
That's right.
If I was doing it, you're doing it. Again, if someone knows how this runs, then we're doing something wrong. Please tell me. You're going to move and shoot a. Well,
I can't. You gotta shoot them move.
yeah.
Well, they're in square, so that's alright.
Yeah, they'll still be in square because of the cavalry.
They
line.
can't do a lot because I can't. Oh, no, I can't. Damn. Otherwise, they're blocking me with a blow. Oh well.
You got 1 attack.
One attack, that's been fought over.
We don't need to spend any orders on that.
That's right. So, this pair
Okay.
are going to be
My Bavarians will basically fire on you.
okay. I'm with him halfway.
Shuffle up.
And they will charge him.
That'll be enough.
Okay.
So, which one do you want to do? You want to do the supported attack first, yeah?
That one first.
So, d6 apiece.
Let me sit down. Oh wow. Oh. Try not to sit on my fingers.
Any veterans amongst your number?
They're all veterans.
They're the veteran battalions, okay.
Yes.
Go on then.
They are 3 of the 6. 3 of the 5.
Okay, so you get +2 for being veteran. Okay, I will fire. You are supported by infantry, so +1. I do have 1 secure flank, so I get a +1.
Who's getting charged? Oh no.
It's still a secure because the unit's
Yeah.
still there at the moment. Do I want to take that hit? Do you know what? I'm going to go with close range. Because at least then I can do something. So I lose that. So it's -1. Skirmish differential. I am on SK1. Your guys are 0 or 1?
0.
0. So I get a +1. If we leave it as I get a +1, that's fine. So I have a grand total of 7.
5.
5. Defender wins by up to 2. I may act as ordered. So I volley into you. You d6 apiece again. Of course. First time firing? No, because they've been, they have been involved. Actually, no, they haven't actually done. No, because they haven't done it. They haven't actually fired. They've just been following the other units around. So I do get the +2. Because everyone else, because it was those 2 who've been doing all the combat, they've not done anything. They've just been supporting the entire time. Oh dear. No, I'm not doing point blank range. I don't have anybody supporting me. You have 1 supporting, so you get +1 because you've got 1 supporting base. And that is it. I have a grand total of 3.
7.
And ignored.
I'm going
Bang.
to
So he contacts. So let's have a look. Outcome. After defenders have fired, the side that has the higher number of shaken levels will fall back 1 base width. 1 second. If neither side is shaken, defenders will fall back 1 shaken. So Bavarians withdraw in the face of a veteran assault.
Okay.
That's your guys are done. So then the next attack. So again, I will shoot. So d6 apiece. Okay. +2 because you are veteran. However, I am now supported by infantry, so I get a +1. And I still have a secure flank because one of the units is there. But I will sacrifice that to fire at close range. Skirmish differential is a +1 to me because I'm on a MSK1. Okay, I have a score of 6.
7.
You win by 1. I shoot you. So you come in and I get to engage you with musketry. Bang. They have fired beforehand because they have been involved in combat before, so I'm not getting that. But I do get a +2 because I have a close range assistant. And that is it. So I have a 4.
2.
You take a shaken. And you must, and then so after the defenders have fired, the side that has the higher number of shaken levels will fall back 1 base width. So you fall back. Interesting. I don't think that went the way you were hoping, but I think it went potentially better than you were expecting. Okay.
Now here comes the major punch.
Now we do back to the melee. Okay. +1 for being dragoons. +1 for being lancers versus dragoons. No one's shaken. Okay, I have a 5.
7.
If the difference is 2 or more, the loser falls back. The winner follows up. Continue melee. So fall back is. Can you just double check?
2.
Because I know I shuffled you. I know I shuffled you around. I just want to be sure actually how far a fallback move is. Because that's the problem. Because I only moved you back as far as you technically could go. Because any further and it's.
It would have been half this. Going back up the hill.
Okay, it's just 1. Oh, oh God, hang on. Are we supposed to be taking shaken levels? Oh, this is where you should be reading the rules, you fool. Read it, don't just assume. Fall back. Units will turn to face nearest threat and move back 1 base, taking 1 shaken level. Okay, so you would have had a shaken level, I would have a shaken level, it still would have been... It still would have been worked out even, so I end up back here. Oh no, because they end up suffering. No, because they're pushed back. It's fine. No.
They take 1 shaken level.
They take extra shaken levels. However, it's basically rolling into each other. It's fine. Everybody's.
Well, I'll push you back a little bit.
Yeah. I was to say. Okay, so at this point, they have also got a shaken level at least. This is what I'm going to say. Yeah, that's my mistake. I should have actually read it because fallback is.
1 base plus shaken.
Yeah, because it's. Hang on, let me just make sure I'm reading a bit. Yeah, the loser falls back with the enemy following up. This is where you start to break each other because.
Yeah, I would have got 1 shaken because you pushed me back first.
Because I pushed you back first, right?
Second one was they draw.
Yes, because hang on, unit will turn to face nearest threat and moves back 1 base with taking 1 shaken level. Because you've been pushed back, he ends up with 2. He's got 1. He gains 1. He gets 2 because my guys are both with you. That's why I'm taking 1 each because they're both being pushed back on each other. Okay, so the first one was literally because the first one and then we continued the melee, but I think we were still relatively close, weren't we?
Yeah.
So let me just see, because each shaken level
would
still only have been you. I think you might have still been relatively even. I'm willing to go we're still even. This is where I will say he should have 2. He has 1. I've got 1 on each. But I think we would have still been relatively even. We're just hacking away at each other. I think this turn we probably should have been.
One of us would have been running.
One of us should have been running. I think I've a sneak feeling it would have been your dragoons that would have failed on that one, or at least would have been. No, because you won by 7, didn't you?
2.
Sorry, yeah, because you had a 7, I had a 5. You'd have suffered a -2. Yeah, we'd have just carried on in the same position, carried on meleeing. I think both times we would have just kept hitting each other. We're rolling. You're rolling well enough. I want to say you're rolling well enough to negate your shaking that you should have had, and I'm rolling bad enough to negate my shaking, to negate to not do you the damage. So game ends. Happy? Okay.
I consider that a loss.
You're going to take that as a loss because I'm going to say I'm pressing you. I still
have
have
got very
fresh
little that can
troops.
Stop you.
Yeah, I was going to say I still have a division that has not yet engaged.
I control that because there's no way you're going to get into it.
Yeah, I'm not.
I've got Granzers and
Your troops.
4 battalions.
Your troops are occupied. Your troops. They are basically, I would say, free to withdraw from the field unmolested. They have. There's not enough. I have a brigade against them. They can march off with very little problems.
4 more cavalry units can get out. No trouble.
That melee, no matter what,
melee is going to be a bit of a hazard.
That melee, you would probably end up finding the other cavalry would fall back, would start withdrawing because your orders would be to start withdrawing.
Yeah.
In theory, they're eventually, I would say, they're not necessarily going to break, but they will eventually break contact.
Yeah, and
then it will be gone. They'll just be quite bad. They'll just be the ones that are beaten up. So there's more than likely those will stay there as a threat to mine because I can't chase you. This infantry division in the middle.
You're going to have fun.
Again, withdrawing, but because the bulk of your troops are veterans, you do gain those benefits. I have nothing but trained, though I have got this infantry division here. I can't really do much. I mean, granted, we've just played your half of the turn, but I'm happy enough to stop there and just go cool.
Yeah. The thing is, they'll come barreling forward, and all I've got is my infantry.
Yeah, I mean, they I think can probably fall back. You're being pressed by my Bavarians, but at the same time, my Bavarians are going to become horribly disorganised.
He is no longer a marshal.
Thought he'd be a general. He'd be a
He's
general of the
a
cavalry.
corps commander.
He'd be a corps cavalry, so he's a general. Yeah, he's a general anyway.
He ain't anymore. No, he's not going to be killed by his own side.
He's not going to be shot by anybody. He's probably going to find him. It depends on what it's like in the court at Vienna. Depends how many friends he has there.
It's a case of you lost that battle because of ill preparedness.
I don't know.
You can fight in the next battle in an infantry battalion.
I don't know if he'd even get that. He'd probably just be dismissed. To be honest, he just would not.
He'd probably say, I retire gracefully.
I retire.
Give me my pension.
I choose retirement. Bye bye. And then he bails.
Yeah, give me my pension. Yeah.
Breaking your own figure.
One time when a high score is when I give you the dice back.
You pass me the dice and then you actually get a decent score on it. So I will... Crib sheets are all there.